hot from the sun. The stones on his stomach and his thigh. Bilal is our brother. He's the companion of the Prophet. Now imagine with me that pain. Go outside and do that. Lay there in the sun and do that and feel how Bilal felt. But there is a sweetness of Iman to that. Allah knows how many pounds that rock is on his belly and on his chest. And the kafir and Allah is stepping on his hands. And he said to him, say Hubal, say Hubal. What is he saying? The word of the Tawheed, Ahad, Ahad. Qul huwa Allahu Ahad. Allah is one. Is there a pain to that? There is a pain. But he said there is a sweetness of Iman. Prophet ﷺ says, you will not taste the sweetness of the Iman until you truly believe that it is only Allah that He deserves to be worshipped and His messenger is Muhammad ﷺ. And you will hate to go back to kufr. You will hate to go back to be thrown in fire just like you hate to be returning to kufr. That's when you taste the sweetness of the Iman. There is a sweetness to it that only the believers really taste and feels, even during the hardship times. And those are the people of knowledge, who know their deen, who know the Sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who understand the book of Allah, who understand the correct aqeedah, the aqeedah of our pious predecessors, the Salaf al-Salih, al-Sahaba, and the first 3 centuries. Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, خَيْرُ النَّاسِ قَرْنِي ثُمَّ الَّذِينَ يَلُونَهُمْ ثُمَّ الَّذِينَ يَلُونَهُمْ. One of the best preferable centuries to Allah, whom Allah loves more. Who are they? The 1st century, century of the Prophet ﷺ and his companions. Then the 2nd century, when the knowledge started to spread, century of Abu Hanifa, century of Shafi'i, Malik, and Ahmad ibn Hanbal, those pious imams. And the 3rd century of Al-Bukhari, Ibn Majah, Al-Tirmidhi, Imam Ahmad, Al-Awza'i, all these pious predecessors. Look how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He knows that those people, Allah will save the Sunnah of Rasulullah with them, just like He protected His Quran. The Quran, the Sunnah of Rasulullah, they go together. When you learn them and understand them and love them more and practice them in your daily life and apply in your daily life, you will love your Muslim brother. Truly you will. You will love Abu Bakr and Umar and Uthman and Ali and all the Sahaba. You will love them because of what they've done to our deen. We ask our youth now, who is Zubayr ibn al-Awwam? He wouldn't know. And you ask him, was Michael Jackson? He wouldn't know. Or was that actor? Teach our kids, the Sahaba. Teach our children the love of the Sahaba. Imam Malik rahimahullah, he said, لن يصلح آخر هذه الأمة إلا بما صلح أولها. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not give victory to this ummah, to the last time of this ummah in the end, because He knows what's going to happen, because the Prophet of the fitan that He told us is going to happen. They will not be successful and victorious until they follow the path of the Sahaba, the 1st generation. All want to spread the Islam east and west, north and east and south, because of what? Was he wearing diamonds and gold and driving Beamers and Mercedes? How was his stove? 11 holes on his stove. And he goes and he sews his stove and he washes it and he hangs it on Friday and he waits until it dries and he wears it and he goes and do khutbah. This is Umar. They knew and they understood the meaning of this dunya. It's worth nothing. There is something called akhirah. Akhirah in Arabic means never ends. Eternity, infinite life, paradise or hellfire. We seek refuge to Allah from hellfire. We ask Allah to grant us the Jannah and the Firdaus and to be with the Prophet ﷺ and his messenger and his Sahaba. May Allah be pleased with all of them. One of the rights between the Muslims and believers is to glorify their sanctity and not to assault or hurt each other. Not to assault or hurt each other. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying in the Quran, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا يسخر قوم من قوم عسى أن يكونوا خيرا منهم ولا نساء من نساء عسى أن يكون خيرا منهن ولا تلمزوا أنفسكم ولا تنابزوا بالألقاب بئس الاسم الفسوق بعد الإيمان ومن لم يتب فأولئك هم الظالمون. All you who believe, Allah is addressing the believers. All you who believe, Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, that by Sahabi, he used to say, O Muslims, whenever you hear Ya ayyuhal ladhina amanu, pay attention to it and put your hearts in the front and listen to it. Because it has to do with you. It's addressing you, the believers. If you truly call yourself a believer, all you who believe, no man should ever scoff another man. Maybe the latter one better than the former. Maybe the latter one better than the former. Nor should the women ever scoff at other women. Allah mentioned here men and women. But many of the ayat, many of the ahadith of Rasulullah is talking to women more about this issue. Because some of the meanings of the women is what that sister said, what that sister said. What my husband said, what her husband said. The Prophet ﷺ said, oh, whoever, any woman who talks about her husband, hellfire is her place. Any woman that talks about her husband's secrets, that between her and her husband, she goes and spread it amongst other women, goes into fitna. Prophet ﷺ, he told her, be careful, hellfire will be your place. When the Prophet ﷺ went to Isra and Mi'raj, and he saw the people of fire, and he saw the people of the Jannah, and he saw what happens in the grave, when he returned, and it was during the Eid. This was during the Eid. A happy day, right? And the Prophet ﷺ used always to advise. That was his life, ﷺ, that was in his blood. To advise, to give nasiha to everybody. Young, old, women, Muslims, non-Muslims. He always advised sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He was a mercy to al-alameen. He wasn't a mercy only for Mecca and Medina and Arabia and Yemen. He was a mercy for al-alameen, the whole world. And he looked at the women, the sisters, obviously, before the hijab, meaning he's standing up and it's covered. Prophet ﷺ never looked at a woman. When he spoke to a woman, ﷺ, he put his vision down. So he wouldn't look. Even if she is niqabi, all covered. Because of the fitna. What he says, the women are fitna. He said that, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And he told them, oh women, fear Allah and give charity. I've seen you, you are the most type of people in hellfire. Authentic hadith in Bukhari. For the women, they were nervous and scared. Say, oh Rasulullah, why? تكفرنا العشير وتكفرنا اللعنة. Brothers, please come forward. There's more space here. Jazakallah khair. Thank you. So Rasulullah alayhi salatu wasalam, when he gave the maw'izah to the women in the Eid day, and he told them, give charity, fear Allah. I've seen you are one of the type of most people in hellfire. Obviously, the women back then, they asked for Rasulullah. They were nervous and scared. Even though these were the wives of the Sahaba. They weren't any type of women. These are the wives of the Sahaba. But it's addressing every woman. Not just the wives of the Sahaba. So he told them, you curse a lot. Takfurna al-ashir, meaning that when the husband treats his wife in a good way for 10, 20, 30 years, and one day he must have done something that upset her. What does the sister tell him? I've never experienced anything good with you. That's what they do. That's what the Prophet ﷺ tells us in this hadith. Takfurna al-ashir. She upsets her husband for a small thing that he did, and she forgets about the past, how he treats her good. So what's the solution to the sisters? Tasaddaqn, give charity. When the Prophet ﷺ said this, every sister, the jewelry that she had on her hand, she took it off and she gave it to the poor. Gold, money, anything the sisters had, they were wearing of jewelry, they take it off and they gave it to the poor. Immediate action and response. That's how they were. When the Prophet ﷺ says something, they don't sit there and think for 2 days and a week. Should I do that or no? Following their hawa, following their desire. What does Allah say in the Quran about the Sahaba? قالوا سمعنا وأطعنا غفرانك ربنا وإليك المصير. When the verse came down in Ramadan, the Sahaba were okay, inshallah, it was halal to interact with their wives at night time. Because it was haram before. When the ayah was revealed, they said we couldn't take this, O Rasulullah. Rasulullah was upset and he said, don't say what the Jews told Musa alayhi salam. سَمِعْنَا وَعَصَيْنَا, we listen, we hear, but we disobey. What did they say to the Sahaba? Immediately they say, سَمِعْنَا وَأَطَعْنَا, we hear, we listen, we obey, O Rasulullah. And that was Zubayr ibn al-Awwam also in Ghazwat Badr. Always, that's how they were. When he says something, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, they do it. Or when they see him doing it, they do it. Just like when they go to ayah, the verse of the Hajj, of the Halq and Qasr in Surah Al-Fatih. مقصرين ومحلقين لا تخافون. Allah says مقصرين, cutting your hair or shaving. When this ayah was revealed, the Sahaba didn't want to shave their hair. Most of them, they had long hairs. There are some athar that Omar didn't have a hair. Omar was bald. But some of the Sahaba, they had hair. But when this ayah was revealed, it was strange to them. It's something new for the Arabs to shave their hair. So Rasulullah, he went to Maymuna, his wife. And he asked her, my companions didn't want to do it. What did she say? The smart, pious, the believer, the pious sister Maymuna. She said, oh Rasulullah, why don't you do it and they will follow you and do it? Subhanallah. So Rasulullah, he went and he shaved his head. Immediately when they saw Rasulullah shaving his head, they all started shaving their heads. Immediate action. Immediate application from the Sahaba. Because they knew that's how Rasulullah ﷺ was, and it was revealed to him. It's wahy. This is wahy. This is not speaking from the desire. He knows what he's talking about, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. When the Rasulullah ﷺ is telling us to grow our beards and to shave our mustache or to trim it, and this is an order from Rasulullah. It's not a sunnah. Whoever is saying that growing beard is a sunnah, he's not understanding what the deen means. He doesn't understand what the sunnah means. You have to look at the scholars for the usul, what did they say? Al-amru fil kalam al-wujub illa liqarina. The scholars of usul, they say, and the tabi'een, and Abu Hanifa, and Malik, and Shafi'i, and Ahmad, and Ibn Hazm, all these pious servants of Allah, those imams, they all say it's haram to shave your beard. Haram to shave your beard. Meaning you're a sinner. It's a sin. You look like a woman if you shave your beard. Allah says, grow your beards. It's an order. Allah is saying in the Quran, obey Allah and obey His Messenger. Allah is saying in the Quran, وَمَا آتَاكُمُ الرَّسُولُ فَخُذُوهُ وَمَا نَهَاكُمْ عَنْهُ فَانْتَهُوا وَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ إِنَّ اللَّهَ شَدِيدُ الْعِقَابِ. وَمَا آتَاكُمُ اللَّهُ فَخُذُوهُ. Whatever Allah has given you, take it. Grab it. Hold on to it. وَمَا نَهَاكُمْ عَنْهُ فَانْتَهُوا. And when the Prophet ﷺ, he tells you to stay away from something and reject it, and don't do it, reject it, don't do it, because it's an innovation, it's a bid'ah. You don't want to be among those people. And that's an order from Rasulullah. More than 40 Sahabi